Okay, so we are looking at question 40 from the trigonometry final exam review. They're asking us to find the complex number z divided by w, and they want us to leave our answer in polar form. For z, we're given 10 times the cosine of 45 degrees plus I sine of 45, and for w, we're given 5 times the cosine of 15 degrees plus the I sine of 15 degrees. So notice, first thing you always want to make sure of is that your complex numbers, z and w, are in polar form, and they already are before you get started. So that makes our life a lot easier. We want to recall that when we want to write a complex number in polar form, we're looking at r times cosine theta, I'll use z for my complex number, plus I sine theta. Your r needs to be greater than or equal to 0, and your theta needs to be kept between 0 and 2 pi. Okay, so the other thing that we want to look at is our formula for finding the complex number z divided by w. So to do that, what you would want to do is take your r1 divided by r2. So r1 is associated with the complex number z, and r2 is associated with the complex number w. And then you would have times cosine. You would do of theta 1 minus theta 2. Again, theta 1 is associated with z, and then theta 2 would be associated with w, since z is in the numerator and w is in the denominator, and plus I sine of the same thing, so theta 1 minus theta 2. Okay, so I'm going to move our two complex numbers over that are written in polar form, and I'm going to move over my equation that I'm going to use. And so again, just kind of writing it out, we see r1 associated with z would be 10. We see r2 associated with w is 5. We see theta 1 is 45 degrees, and theta 2 is 15 degrees. So we're pulling that from our ZW in polar form. All right, so to generate z divided by w, we're going to take r1 divided by r2. We're going to have the cosine of 45 degrees minus 15 degrees plus I sine of 45 degrees minus 15 degrees. And so we have z over w would be equal to 10 divided by 5 would be 2. And then if we do 45 minus 15, we'd have 30 degrees plus I sine of 30 degrees. Now currently we do have our new complex number z divided by w, and let's just make sure they wanted us to leave it. They do want us to leave it in polar form. Notice that our r is positive and our 30 degrees is between 0 and 2 pi, so we're all set.